Yoba say yo, Yoba say yo, Yoba say yo. Welcome back to Calibria Crystal Guardian. Oh man, been watching a lot of different YouTube channel out there, and a lot of people have been summoning for the Bone King and Odin, and they just not getting it. I don't understand why. I don't understand why, because I got one. Everybody that commented on my video got one. So if you didn't get a Bone King or a Odin, that's because you didn't like my video. That's the only logic, period. The people that actually like my video did get a Bone King and at least a Bone King. They got a Bone King. Can't say they got an Odin, but they did get a Bone King for after liking my video. So if you really wanted a Bone King, you'll watch, you like, you subscribe. That's that. I could only tell you what works for others and what worked for me. Okay. I like myself and I got one. Okay. If you like me too, you would get one. So we are back on this beginner thing. We're going to try to talk to some tips for early beginners on here. The hard part of early beginner is the fact that you cannot get Cali at night, and you can't do both. You can't get Cali at night and you can't get runes while doing it, because you want to go into colossal to farm, but you don't get the XP to actually level up your monster. So what I would tell you is this: find your favorite main stage. Like for me, I like is this the one? Yeah, for the wild runes, because the wild runes give me my crit rate without me actually having to put crit rate. So four sets if I max out all 6 slots of wild runes, that's automatically 36. 36? Yeah, that's automatically 36 crit rate. And if you have a monster that is already awakening the crit rate, that's now 66 crit rate without you using a lot of your substats. So I will say, if you need to farm, go into 7 and just farm there. The XP is not as much as if you farm 1 through 6, but it's more than if you farm catacombs, and you actually get to build really good monsters if you go that route. So if you're a new beginner trying to figure out where you get runes and what you should do for runes, that's what you need to do. You need to go into the main stage, find out what you want to do, what monsters you want to build. If you want to build a monster that's swift, you need to go or agile. You need to go into Earl's Plain and just farm there. And honestly, that will help you a lot further than if you actually farm in catacombs. Until they release level 1 through, level 11 and 12, that's the best place to do it. Okay. Um, Also, just take the time to actually. I know a lot of people, when you first get into the game, you want to farm a whole bunch of nat fives, nat fives, nat fives. Let me tell you, man, not all nat fives in this game is worth it in the very beginning. You need. Oh, somebody got a Bone King. You need to take the time to actually do the quest. So if you're a new beginner, go into quest and do the quest. Go into growth plan and do the growth plan. Those right there will help you out tremendously. Like, I have 24 summoning scroll, and that is only from doing the quest and the growth plan. That is not buying any scroll whatsoever. So save your crystals, save your gems, and just do your quest and do the growth plan. I promise you, you come out in the long run and you save yourself a lot of gems that you're going to need for the future. Next step: if you did summon a Bone King and you're exhausted all possibility or whatnot, save your summons. I'm going to do some summons today, but this will be my last summons for a while, because there is another update that's coming out, and the other update have newer monsters. So expect an event for those monsters. So save. If the minute you get a Bone King, stop. Don't summon anymore. Save up. I'm able to summon today because I still got, you see, I'm only level 30, so therefore I still have a lot more to go. So I get a lot more from my growth plan, and I get a lot more from doing the quest, to where I will have enough scrolls, so when the new monsters come out, I will have enough summons to try to go for those monsters. So these are advice to the new beginner. Um, Progression wise, I got the Bone King, of course. I'm using Noctura because her and the Bone King pair together is a damaging duo. So if you need to figure out what you need to put with the Bone King, if you get a Noctura or any significant damage dealer out there, definitely pair them with the Bone King. It will make going through waves a breeze. I'm actually just running a 3-man comp because I want to level them up. So I'm running Noctura, I'm running Bone King, and I'm running Hattori. I got Hattori because I completed the quest, the fight quest that says quick level. And then the last thing that I got from it was that it? One of these things, yeah, a light and dark summon scroll. It went gold, and I was sitting here like, oh, I should have recorded this because this could have been Odin, but it ended up being Hattori. I'm happy because Hattori will carry me through all the catacombs real easy. If you don't know, he's one of the best 4-star LD out there. In fact, he's part of their trailer. When you look at the trailer, he's like the first guy you see. His third skill is phenomenal. It passive block. I mean, it blocks their passive, so therefore the colossal monster don't hit you as hard when you go midway, halfway through his life point, and he attack and put poison on it. So I'm glad I got him. If you get him, hey, I'm telling you, let me tell you right now. Let me tell you how much I like this guy. I only got one, but as you can see by his skill tree, he has skill 1 has a skill cap put to it. Skill 2 had a skill cap put to it, and skill 3 had 2 skill cap put to it. Normally, you want to save your skill caps for your 5-star monster, but to me, Hattori is definitely worth. I wish you would have went to the third skill, but either way, he is definitely worth skill cap. He is definitely worth skill cap. So without further ado, not to stall, not to have y'all here for this long, let's summon. I said so before. Um, I got a lawful summons from Gil Check-in, and I got another lawful summons from something random. I don't know what it is. Oh, when I did the kite. I've been running the dungeon so much. I had 35 kites, so I just did it for a lawful summon because I did all the evils already. You only could get 2 evil. Didn't get anything from that. So actually, I did get a ogre, but nothing special. So let's see what we got. My wish for the day is the Archmage. That would have been a great wish. But yeah, my wish for the day is the Archmage. If I could get him, I would definitely have an account that's almost a week young, and that's phenomenal. Listen, for this is not going to be long drawn out. I just want to get out that information out to the people, the community. Save your summons if you got a Bone King. Save your summons because new monsters are coming out with the new dungeon, and you're going to have to go through this whole process of trying to summon again. Hey, if you got a Bone King automatically, congrats, but save up, okay? It ain't worth it. Also, stop spending your crystals on your gems on buying scrolls. They want you to do that because then you can't farm. Farming is a lot more beneficial than anything else. Because if you're farming, you can get runes. If you're getting runes, then you could do Apex, and Apex would give you so much LD scroll to where it wouldn't matter. I'm just gonna do a tempo. Yeah, as expected. I mean, I said before, I'm not expecting anything. Archmage would be nice. I converted my well, it is what it is. I converted one of my 5-star and got a Mr. Popo again. It seemed like every one of my account, like I think this house Wi-Fi is just programmed to just get Mr. Popo. He's all right, but I did a test and realized that when you convert, it seemed like when you convert within that faction. So I guess I should have did Celine, and I would have got an Archmage instead of doing the evil. I was doing the evil, hoping I could get a Spider Queen. I said before, not really expecting anything phenomenal. I think once they gave me the Bone King, they nerfed everything else on my account. But I can't complain. I did get a Celine. I did get a. I got some good 5 stars already. So there's nothing to be complained about. So thank you, Calibria. I did send out another email to the development team. So hopefully they reply. I know it's Sunday, so therefore probably won't reply till tomorrow or Tuesday morning. But they have been picking up on their reply. They have been picking up on their reply. So I guess they're now definitely getting engaged with the community. So that's a plus. You got to give them credit where credit is due. They are looking into fixing all those that summoned beforehand and didn't get the plus rewards. They're looking to do some kind of compensation for that. Archmage. And don't forget, is the summoning rate for Bone King is you have a 1 in 4 chance of getting the Bone King. That don't mean that you're going to summon a Nat 5. The Nat 5 rate is still the Nat 5 rate. 1 in 100, okay? And then out of that 100, or out of those 1 in 100, you have. I'm actually building him. That's it. All right. Thank you for coming out. As before, what I'm working on. Matter of fact, let's get some more. Limited quests. Complete all my dailies. So I should get something. My 3-day perk. Oh, LD. Okay. Save your scroll, save your scroll, save your scroll. Last summon is an LD. Is there anything LD that I really want besides Odin? Cleopatra. I'd take a Cleopatra. Nope. But I will take a Cupid. Cupid is one of the most underrated monsters out there. So now that I have a Bone King, I have Cupid. I'm gonna build a Cupid next because if you don't have a Shaman, Cupid works just as great as a Shaman. His skill right here, use the. I hate when they do this. Let's go back out. Cupid. Cupid, 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 Cupid. They put them all the way at the bottom, huh? Guess not. Okay. Archive, light and dark, Cupid, collect, skill tree. All right, this move right here. Use the power of love to attack all enemies, dealing damage to all enemies. 80% chance to mark the target with a hatred mark for 2 turns. Hatred mark increased damage by 25%. So with Bone King, increasing your damage, with Cupid, increasing your damage, and reducing the attack you have, you're looking at a very dangerous team. So please do not sleep on Cupid. Cupid is a very underrated monster. And because he's 3-star, you can definitely scale him up a lot easier than if you do a 4-star LD unit. So you're going to get a lot of him when you summon a lot of the LDs. So take that time to build Cupid. Build Cupid, build Cupid, build Cupid. And as I said before, here's Arena. Here's what I'm talking about. If you're actually farming, instead of using your crystals to summon, if you're actually farming, you will have the runes. Once you get the runes, the problem is getting a Kali Knight to upgrade the runes. But once you do, your weekly reward is this. If you get into the 1700 break, you get 3 LD scroll. If you just get into the 1700 break, you get a. I did this before, but you get some LD pieces, maybe a LD scroll. And if you go into Apex, I guess can't show it because I haven't reached level 40 yet. If you go to Apex, you get a lot more LD scrolls. So the more runes you have, the better you are to build your monster. The monsters that you're able to build are great. Start fishing for 5 stars because they are a great 4-star unit, like Windwalker, one of the best units out there, and will be seen at all the high levels of the arena. So top players are using her because she gives you the ability to go first. You need her to be the fastest unit out there. And Chantress is a great 5-star, but we're talking about 3 stars. And there's some good 4 stars. He's actually a good one too. When he procs, and he would just go all day attacking. Definitely, your flame spirit is great because a lot of people will use defense unit like Mr. Popo, Dragon, um, a lot of different defense monsters that's out there. And if you don't have a defense break, you're gonna be there all day and probably get killed. She ignore the defense and do a lot of damage. Once again, pair her up with the Bone King if you have one, and you will see her damage increase significantly. The Bone King, I've tested out, especially on Hattori. His passive procs all the time. So whatever issue that they had with him, they certainly fixed it because his Piercing Halo attack all the time. So when Hattori did go for 6 damage, he literally increased every one of those damage all 6 times. So it's pretty awesome to see. So there are other monsters that you really should focus on building first before you go Nat 5 hunting. For instance, this is a Nat 5. It's a good Nat 5, but if you're an early game player, this is not going to help you out one bit. I don't even know what I got. Rune on? It's not going to help you out one bit. Okay? This is a Nat 5. And if you're early game, it's not going to help you out one bit. I promise you, it's not. So going fishing for Nat 5 is not the way to go if you're a beginner. What you need to do is figure out the monsters that you need to actually go. Scour around the internet, My top monsters to always get is, of course, you need to get the Holy Swordsman, that's a 4-star. You need to get the Druid, and you need to get Windwalker. And these are 4-star unit. When it comes to 5 stars, is a preference thing. It depends on how you play style. If you're a defense type monster, or if it depends on your rune also. If you got defense type runes, you want defense type monsters because it's easier to rune them. And if you have a whole bunch of HP, you want HP type runes. If you got a whole bunch of HP runes, you want HP monsters. So let your runes and your monsters mix up. Don't try to force runes on monsters that don't need it and it's pointless for. A swift destruction idol is kind of pointless because one of his skill put a shield on him. So the more they hit you, the more they take damage on, and he can just kill a team by just standing there. But if you make him swift, he breaks out of that spiky shield real quick, and it's pointless. So learn each monster and don't be quick to jump into getting 5 stars. This is a great monster for Lair, not for Lair, but for Spire. Great monster. A lot of people skip over him because he's a 4-star and they want a 5-star, but this is one of your best monsters so far. And once again, you pair him up with the Cupid and you pair him up with the Jungle Heart and have them going, not the Jungle Heart, but with Cupid and the Bone King, or with Cupid and Medusa. And this guy will just eliminate all waves of monster real easy by himself. So learn the combination. If you get, this is one of the monsters I would definitely say build as much as possible. I have to awaken mines. I do have one. That's the one that's at level 30. I was waiting for some more pieces so I could scale him up. I will be scaling him up. And from now on, I will not be doing any summons on this particular account. Actually, none of my accounts because I'm waiting for the new patch to come out. That's going to have some really great monsters and some really great levels out there. So thank you for watching. Somebody want to deal with me? Of course not. No, not yet. I ain't there yet. All right, thank you. Annyeonghaseyo.